So I just dropped off Andrew at the airport 10 a.m. for 10 a.m. We had a 10:30 a.m. 5 minutes away from the airport. It was an exact house. You guys kind of show you guys that. But yeah, this is pretty much running a big fleet, especially because we don't we love customer service, okay? You guys can have it where you can have the lockbox. They keep the lockbox and you go pick it up anytime you want. I personally don't like to do that. So this is the day of the life of a Turo Power Hose. Like seriously, we have over 20 vehicles and we've done over 700 trips. It's been a blessing to be able to really build the solid systems. I think the most that we have like an advantage of is we actually have a team to run, okay? There's 4 of us that know how to do everything from check-ins, checkouts, messages, the full 9, and that's how we're able to do multiple check-ins, checkouts today. We have another 12 p.m. But really what I want to talk about is the difference between cash cars and and pros and cons. Cash cars versus finance cars. What are the pros and cons? Been getting a lot of people in the space talking about this debate. Here's the thing, I think they both have their pros, I think they both have their cons. We have started off with over 20 finance vehicles. Yes, we did a play, we did a run, and it was a blessing for us to be able to learn and grow through that. And we got a lot of great reviews because obviously finance vehicles are a lot more newer. Let's talk real quick about the pros for cash cars, okay? All cash, meaning everything else, it's mainly profit, okay? It's a higher return on investment pretty much right away. Obviously you put a higher down, but month to month it's a better ROI. Obviously there's lower risk because it's a cash car. In this economy you might actually be able to get way more money back if it did ever get into a wreck or a crash. Obviously you're not paying interest rates. You could care less about damages. Like our Impala, we could care less about the scratches and the damages. We're not too big on that. And then obviously depreciation isn't too crazy when it comes to the cash cars. And I think some cons with the cash cars, obviously, and I said this earlier, it's the reviews. You know, the reviews aren't probably gonna be the best, right? Because people, yeah, I mean, it's harder to get reviews on just like kind of maybe beat up economies or just lower end economies. It's rare to find really nice economies, and I'm sure people have found nice economies that are older, 2012, 2013, 2014. It's harder to get reviews for those because, you know, people sometimes are picky and that's just life. But overall, and another thing is like, is it fun to have a cash car? Is it fun to have cash cars? Me, I think it's fun. But some cons, it's like, well, there might be a lot more maintenance that needs to get done, and you know, it's something that you got to be more on the lookout for because it's probably higher mileage vehicles, so you got to do more maintenances along the way. So those are some cons, but overall I've been liking our cash car experience. I actually enjoy it, and we're going on a cash car run right now just to kind of like even out the fleet, because we still see the value in cash cars, especially in this economy. And a lot of our renters, they like economies, they like to travel, and a lot of the people that have been renting from us recently, I mean, this is only 2 months of data with just really one cash car right now, is they just use it for work, back and forth, and people that just need to be able to, again, get there from wherever they need to go throughout the week because their car's in the shop or their car's down right now. That's usually a lot of the cash car people that have been renting from us just from one. Obviously the more cash cars we get, we'll have way more data. Why I like the finance vehicles is because pros is you can actually make way more revenue, right? You can almost 1.5x your revenue. You're not charging super dirt cheap $29, $30 a day. Another good pro is just the customer satisfaction. Like, it's a newer car, it still smells newer, right? We got a lot of 2018s, 2019s on the fleet, so it's a lot newer as far as like the experience for the customer. So it drives better reviews and customer satisfaction overall. So finance vehicles, just to have like a better brand and image, and I think Turo likes that. They kind of seem more of like they're starting to get there. I think they want it to be more of like a luxury brand. But yeah, you get way more better reviews. A lot of people love our cars, and also since like a lot of the cars are like lower mileage, like less than 50,000, we get less maintenance time. We just got to change oil, Tires are pretty much still good. Like, there's less downtime on a lot of the vehicles that we had purchased. Okay, so those cars are just running. They're just running for the year, so it's been good. These are pros of having a finance vehicle, and I personally don't think it's bad, especially in this economy. I mean, if insurance were to pay out, but everyone has their own risk. To each their own, okay? To each their own when it comes to finance vehicles. And that leads to the cons with finance vehicles. Yes, there's more risk, okay? So depreciation is there as well, right? It's more depreciation, there's more risk. So that's a con of having these cash cars, and I've seen it, like the wear and tear. But again, it's a very interesting time in the economy where we're getting way more like for when we actually paid for our vehicles. Like, we're putting on hundreds or even thousands of miles. I don't even know what this person is doing. We're putting on thousands of miles. You're paying interest on it every month. But just to start off with a good profile, like, we started off just having so many great vehicles on the fleet, and it really gave and it upped the customer experience. But yeah, we're paying interest. You have to make your monthly payments. So there's more risk with finance vehicles, and that's why I think there's a lot of people that when they don't know about much about cars, much about credit, business, finance, the finance way might not be the best. But if you're willing to go through and learn the ropes, then I'm telling y'all, it's just worth it. Even just starting off with one finance vehicle, not too many people have that risk tolerance, and they want to build slow and steady with cash cars. Go for it. Learn the platform, experiment with cash cars. I think everyone's situation is different. I think it's a situation by situation, case by case scenario, whether you should go finance, whether you should go cash cars. Again, I don't think it's black and white. In business, there's like a blueprint or infrastructure, like systems, but when it comes to your personal way of how you operate, how you move, how you think, and the reason why we think what we think is because of the books we've read, right? 5 years ago, in the last 5 years, the books we've read, the environments we've been in, the people we've listened to, and the things that we listen to, the things that we heard, and the things that we read, those are what shape our beliefs and really shape our thinking when it comes to going out there and really maximizing what opportunities we should be taking advantage of. Had to order my iced coffee, y'all, getting this day started. So it's an exciting day. Just wanted to share with you guys, what's your guys' opinion? Everyone's different. Don't be bashing people in the comments on and really judging people like, oh, you should do it like this. You don't know their financial situation. You don't know much about what they've gone through, what they've read, who they've been around these last couple years. Yes, there's calculated risk. We should take this information that we learn, and this is what every successful investor, entrepreneur, obviously there's risk, but I talk about looking at your situation, taking risk, and shutting the noise. When I say people that are successful, it's shutting the noise of those that have a fear mindset. I'm being super honest with y'all because it's tough, yo. It's tough out here running a biz. Like, it's tough out here trying to leverage assets. A lot of people don't talk about this stuff, but I just gotta be upfront and honest, okay? I've been doing this since 2013. The journey has not been the easiest at all. I've gone through a lot of lows in my life, and I think those lows really prepared me for this season of risk tolerance. Okay, everyone has a different risk tolerance. So what would you go? What route would you go? Cash, finance, based on your situation. Look at all the pros, look at all the cons. I'll probably drop them in the description as well. You guys can check those out. Thank you so much. I did a video on a day in the life of a Turo power host out here in Las Vegas. One of my best ones yet. Check that out. Make sure y'all tap in, subscribe, hit that button. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed rest of your week. Take care. Bye-bye.